Two pieces.
Is there a number on that?
Keep going. It's B. Yeah, you keep going, keep going, keep going.
Got it. 2 times or 1 time? Just do it once.
Yeah, just once.
Oh, what card is this? You got my card.
The Alumni? Is that what it is?
So we don't DC to A, we just go back to C again.
Well, we normally do it that way. I don't know why.
Or no, a DC
I think maybe
always take the second egg off, and we always DC.
Yeah, normally we make this big DC.
Wait, no, I'm saying it wrong. Always take the first ending, go to G, and then DC back to A.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The 2017 Gann Academy Commencement is about to begin.
You never can tell if it's locked and loaded, ready to go.
Instead of doing the off tempo, just really just grind it. You know, like when
Breathing
like a
between every
shipwreck in a
note.
sci-fi movie, that sound.
The space-time continuum broken.
Right. Where we're just I'm the most unsticking love quintet. I love doing things weird and playing with people doing crazy tempos.
Oh, yeah. I like doing the angle swan, like in Dixieland style. It works really well.
Well,
It actually does.
I do draw the line. But we did a contra now.
Steve always uses Eagle Labs like
Mary Lynn was on bands. She did it probably slower than I played in 25 years. And those bands were first. He was so bummed out. And I go, man, that was a great tempo. We were actually able to phrase and do things. It was too slow. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was.
Maybe if you practice once in a while. Not you, I meant him.
I'm not putting my whole emphasis into your work.
I thought maybe you could will him to start early.
Well, Brittany's doing a good job.
Oh, this is your big solo.
Every time I put the word on my face, it's a big score.
You're gonna be on the big screen.
Please rise and join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem, led by members of Shenanigans and Red Cleffers. Zoe Weiss will deliver the invocation.
Good morning and welcome to Gann Academy for the commencement of the class of 2017. And thank you to all family and friends that are here to celebrate with us today. When I think of our grade and our time at Gann, I think of a prayer we say every morning. It comes from Numbers chapter 24, verse 5, and it goes, Ma tovu ochalecha Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael. How good are your tents, Jacob, and your dwellings, Israel. While Balaam, the man who gave this blessing, was originally been sent to curse the Israelites, he was so in awe at the sight of the nation that instead he was compelled to bless Israel with growth and prosperity. Today, when I look out at everyone, I experience the same awe and inspiration that Balaam must have felt when he first saw Israel. I see family and friends who helped us through stressful nights and supported us in all our endeavors. I see teachers who taught us how to navigate high school, challenging us to discover where our passions lie, and teaching us how to make our goals a reality. Most of all, I see students who have supported one another. From eating lunch as an entire grade the first few weeks of freshman year, to winning an unprecedented 4 years of color war games, we have always lifted each other up. And while Gann has played a large role in shaping us, really, it's the relationships we develop here that define us. Because we all know that Gann is so much more than what we learn in the classroom. It is the impromptu meetings with our teachers where we discuss their children instead of classwork. It is the friends we make senior year whom we wished we'd befriended our first day. And it is the challenges we face, struggle, and overcome together. When I consider our class, I see all of the accomplishments, big and small, that we achieved with each other's support and encouragement. I see the hard work, late nights, and early mornings that paid off. I see the legacy of compassion, support, and achievement that we are leaving behind. We have so much to be proud of today, and with the support of teachers and family that helped make it happen, we can reflect on our 4 years and look towards whatever comes next with confidence that we will always have what we learned to guide us and our classmates to support us. Please welcome Mr. Frank Litwin, President of the Board of Trustees.
A note to myself as well as everyone here, don't follow Zoe Weiss. Remarkable. Thank you, Zoe. Welcome to the 18th commencement of Gann Academy, where we will honor and celebrate the class of 2017. Can I ask everyone here to give the class of 2017 a big round of applause? My name is Frank Litwin, and I am honored to be the president of the Gann Board of Trustees. I'm also fortunate to be a parent of 2 Gann alumni, one a member of the class of 2013, and the second a member of the class of 2016, as well as the parent of a member of the class of 2018. I want to extend my deepest mazel tov to all of the parents and family members of the class of 2017. As a fellow Gann parent, it has been a privilege to go through this journey together with all of you. I also want to thank the remarkable faculty and staff of Gann Academy. Can we have a round of applause for the faculty and the staff? On behalf of the Board of Trustees, as well as the parents and all of the graduates, I want to thank you for making this such an extraordinary experience for both our community and our children. Now, traditionally, those who speak at commencement exercises dispense advice to the graduates. My only advice to this year's graduates is listen to your family and your peers in that order. In an effort to follow what I'm preaching this morning, I will try to keep to that advice. Both my family and my friends had one bit of advice: keep it short. I'll try to do that. What an exciting moment for you, our incredible students of the class of 2017, as you complete your Gann education and step out into the world. But as exciting as this is for all of you, it is also exciting for all of the adults, because we, our society, our Jewish community, all need you. We live in challenging times as a community, in the Jewish world, and in the larger society. But these challenges represent opportunities. This celebration and what Gann Academy is all about is readiness. Readiness to take your places in the Jewish world and society as a whole, and to do so with the benefit of a Gann education which focuses on all dimensions of who you will become, the whole person, intellectual and academic, moral, and with a strongly developed sense of both self and community. This year, Gann will open its doors for the 21st year. Our school has never been stronger. We are innovating, growing, and changing with bold vision while also remaining true to our roots, a deeply held belief that an excellent high school education grounded in Jewish values and a pluralistic Jewish education produces students who are ready to change the world. This year, Gann undertook a number of important strategic initiatives to further our mission. These include the initiation of an innovative My Israel program, a 4-year immersive Israel education initiative, which included an Israel experience for our entire sophomore class, a cutting-edge within-reach affordability program, which enables us to ensure that a Gann education remains available to as many students as possible. Gann continues to be a leading educational institution on the national stage. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to thank all of you for being a part of the community and for supporting our continued growth and evolution as a school. To the class of 2017, we know you are ready to leave this building and leave your mark on the world. You have proven yourselves to us. You now join over 1,100 proud new Jew Gann alumni, and we can't wait to see where you go next. Thank you, and Mazel Tov. It's now my honor to welcome Josh Hoffman-Sen, who's a Gann alum from the class of 2009 and a member of our Board of Trustees, to give us alumni greetings.
In the last several years, you've been preparing yourself for life after Gann in ways you may not even realize. I graduated 8 years ago, and I'm still guided by my Gann education. When I play the piano, I remember my Ma'avar songwriting project, where a music teacher at Gann taught me to take risks on the less familiar chords. It was the environment club and the soccer team at Gann that gave me the confidence to start a club and join the track team when I got to college. Later, when I started a software company that helps nonprofits, I was thinking of the Tanakh teacher who invited our class out to Shabbat dinner and taught us the importance of bettering the world. This fall, I'm attending Harvard Business School because Gann taught me to never stop learning. When it comes to philanthropy, I give back to Gann as a volunteer, as a donor, and as a trustee. Gann will guide you just as it's been guiding me, but it may manifest differently for each and every one of you. Some of you will retain your friends or seek out new ones with similar values. Others will find that your lifelong hobbies were discovered or developed at Gann. Your academic inclinations may be inspired by a class you took here that you didn't expect. Before you know it, you'll get hired by a Gann alum. Then you'll hire a Gann alum. I know this because I see it happening all around me in the Gann alumni community. When one friend took a job at APAC, I remember when she fell in love with Israel on the Gann trip. Another one received her PhD. I saw it coming from a mile away. She was so astute in the Gann classroom. When a friend rolled out his music album, all I could think of was how we used to jam together outside the library in between classes. Like all of these other alumni, each and every one of you are prepared to make your mark on the Gann alumni community. All you need to do is trust your instinct, be ambitious, and let your Gann education guide you. Thank you. We invite first Stav Bejarano to give reflections in English, and then Hodaya Prop to give reflections in Hebrew. An English translation of the Hebrew speech is included in your commencement booklet.
An old Jewish comedian named George Burns once said something along the lines of, "The secret to a great speech is a good beginning, a good ending, and having the two close together." As far as my speech goes, I hope this suffices as my good beginning, and we'll see about the rest. I had to include some dad humor for Father's Day. Thank you all so much for coming, and of course, happy Father's Day to all the dads in the audience, and thank you for all you do for us. Today is our graduation, the day we receive our diplomas and take pictures and celebrate together. But just as important as celebrating the accomplishment of our graduation is honoring the unique journeys of exploration, of growth, and of reflection that we have each undergone during our time at Gann, as well as the values that have driven these journeys. I'd like to share one moment, one value, that has really defined my personal Gann journey, because I believe that it describes some of the most distinctive aspects of our grade's collective Gann journey. On a Friday school assembly during October of sophomore year, Rabbi Baker's dvar about that week's Torah portion caught my attention and resonated with me deeply. In the Torah portion, God plans to destroy the sinful cities of Sodom and Gomorrah and all of their inhabitants. Abraham, believing this act would be unjust, challenges God on his decision, initiating a negotiation. Rabbi Baker explained that Abraham's disagreement with God's action and direct confrontation with him could be construed as a disrespectful display of chutzpah. Yet Rabbi Baker saw Abraham's actions differently. He characterized them as holy chutzpah. Holy chutzpah. Abraham didn't act rudely towards God. Instead, he respectfully and carefully made his case before him. While chutzpah can often be seen as a negative trait, there are cases when acting with it is important, even holy. And when it's employed in the name of justice, chutzpah is not merely acceptable, it is required of us. Rabbi Baker challenged us to take our innate chutzpah and find ways to employ it for good. This idea shaped much of my time here at Gann, but I also think it describes how we, as a grade, have progressed through high school together. It's pretty easy to just drift through the 4 years of high school, waiting for what's next, and not taking advantage of all the opportunities in the present. In many schools, this passive high school experience is unfortunately quite common, but not at Gann, and definitely not in our incredible grade, the class of 2017. Sure, many of us are also excited for what is to come, and we should be, but we have, collectively, made the most of our time here at Gann, and used our holy chutzpah to contribute to our community and to our world. It's hard to speak broadly about an entire grade, a unit of 70 unique individuals, each with their own different experiences and perspectives. But something that I believe defines us as a collective is our lack of apathy and passivity, our active and energized approach to a high school experience that stereotypically is portrayed as mundane, and our constructive irreverence towards the status quo. We've challenged norms and beliefs, we've started new clubs, we've changed pieces of how our schools run, and yes, we sometimes have also been known to complain. But the purpose has always been working for a stronger Gann and a better world. That is our holy chutzpah. Allow me to give a couple concrete examples of this at work. Sivan Saperstein is known by her classmates for having strong, well-formed opinions on a variety of issues. And again, she has used her passion to create tangible, positive change. At the end of sophomore year, Sivan identified a way to improve the club Heifers for Israel. Sivan's vision for the club was for it to be more than just a place to celebrate Israel, but to also be the epicenter for student dialogue and learning on all sorts of contemporary Israeli issues. She became one of the leaders of the club and implemented her vision, bringing fascinating speakers, conversations, and debates that would otherwise be missing from Gann. Nate Orbach served his fellow classmates on student council for 4 years with great devotion and humility. I've had a front row seat to his awesomeness and have had the honor of getting to work with him basically constantly. Nate's passion for working with Gann's administration to represent the will of the student body and to improve Gann as an institution was as impressive as it has been impactful. Nate was critical in transforming student council from merely an event planning organization to a committee of students devoted to making our school and community stronger, happier, and of course, more environmentally sustainable. Nate represents all the potential good that can be created when someone puts their individual passion together with some holy chutzpah. After expressing some dissatisfaction with Gann's race programming, Yair McCoy, Sophie Bala, Chaim Zabit-Hall, and Adrian Levy, along with the help of Miss Arjit and Miss Alisid, decided to take action and took it upon themselves to create their own programming for the community about race. By all accounts, their two-part program was a success. It spurred important conversations, lots of introspection, and caused many students to decide to do further research on some of the issues that were brought up. These 4 classmates saw this issue to which they wanted to contribute their voices, and they were empowered to do just that, to take matters into their own hands, speak up, and make a positive impact on their community. It is Gann's emphasis on critical thinking, on student-driven learning, and on values that extend beyond the classroom that really facilitated and empowered so many of us to act and employ our innate chutzpah for good. And of course, this is by no means an exhaustive list of all the examples of our grade's holy chutzpah. There are so many other instances, both small and large, of our grade having, or members of our grade, having just enough courage and a little bit of irreverence to do something constructive for our community. One thing I have found to be universal within our grade is that we have each developed the holy chutzpah to be ourselves. Whereas high school typically calls for conformity, here at Gann, we have each experimented, grown into, and expressed our unique selves without reservation. And by contributing to our community's conglomeration of diverse voices, we have helped foster an even higher level of warmth, tolerance, and support within it. Human society must now confront problems that often seem intractable and too large to solve. From combating climate change, to fighting reactionary governments threatening democracy, to minimizing the damage that digital overconnectivity is causing to our ability to empathize with others. What this world needs more of is thoughtful, capable, and reflective individuals with enough holy chutzpah to say, this problem isn't intractable, this is solvable, and we will solve it. This world needs more people to go out, speak truth to power, and generate mass change. I don't think there's any other group of graduates more ready than us to go out into the world and by employing holy chutzpah to change it for the better. When we come back in a couple of years, perhaps for a 10-year reunion, I think that we will come back with a sense of gratitude for the values that Gann has instilled in us. I think we will come back 10 years older, having gone out into the world as mensches, as upstanders, and having already begun to make our positive imprint on the world. I can't wait to see what kind of impact our holy chutzpah will have. Thank you.
בוקר טוב, ותודה שבאתם להשתתף בטקס הסיום שלנו. היום מסתיימת תקופת לימודי התיכון שלנו. סיום הוא גם התחלה חדשה, וחשוב להשקיף על חוויית החינוך בגן אקדמי, ולהסיק ממנה מסקנות לעתיד. במהלך הלימודים שלנו, פיתחנו את כישרון הכתיבה שלנו, הצטרפנו למועדונים, התנדבנו ולמדנו שפות חדשות. ניצלנו את ההזדמנות לרקום יחסי ידידות
תמכנו זה בזה בכיתה ומחוצה לה, ויצרנו אווירה שבה אפילו אנשים מופנמים הרגישו בנוח והתחילו להשתתף. מגמה זו של נדיבות, קבלה ותמיכה הדדית המשיכה משנה לשנה. קיבלנו חינוך יהודי פלורליסטי ונחשפנו להשקפות שונות אותן כיבדנו, תוך כדי שהבנו מי אנחנו. בורכנו במורים מעולים, שאיתם היו לנו קשרים טובים. אזכור לטובה במיוחד מורה שתמיד השקיע את מיטב זמנו ומרצו, והיה לא רק מורה, אלא מדריך, יועץ, מנטור ומודל לחיקוי בשבילי. בנוסף לכך, ניתנו לנו הזדמנויות רבות להעצים את חוויית הלמידה ולהעשיר את עולמנו על ידי הפעילויות מחוץ לכיתה, שעיצבו את השקפת עולמנו ואפשרו לנו לקבל את האחר והשונה. במהלך הלימודים שלנו התרחשו אירועים רבים בעולם ובישראל, ביניהם סופות שלג, וירוס זיקה, איבולה, בחירות ועוד. וכל אותן שנים ניצחנו במלחמת הצבעים לא פעם, לא פעמיים, לא 3, אלא 4 פעמים ברציפות. צבע המחזור שלנו הוא ירוק, וזה מתאים לנו. זהו צבע החיים, ההתחדשות, הטבע, האנרגיה, הצמיחה, ההרמוניה, הרעננות והסביבה. במחזור שלנו יש אנשים ספורטיביים, יצירתיים באמנות ובמדע, חדשנים, פעילים פוליטיים וחברתיים ועוד. כולנו השקענו זמן, עבדנו בחריצות וניצלנו את ההזדמנויות שגן אקדמי נתנה לנו. העתיד לפנינו, ונוכל ליצור עולם טוב יותר בשביל הדור הבא. הדרך להצלחה תהיה רצופה בעליות וירידות, ואסור לנו לפחד מכישלון. כדבריה של ג'יי.קיי רולינג, זה בלתי אפשרי לחיות בלי להיכשל במשהו, אלא אם כן אתה חי כל כך בזהירות, שעדיף כבר שלא לחיות בכלל. אנחנו כבר בוגרי בית ספר תיכון. לחלק מאיתנו יש רישיונות נהיגה, עבודה, וחלקנו הצביעו בבחירות. אנחנו הולכים למכללות, תוכניות לשנה אחרי הלימודים, גרעין צבר ועוד. כדברי עקביה בן מהללאל בפרקי אבות, חשוב שנדע מאין אנו באים, לאן אנחנו הולכים ולפני מי אנו עתידים לתת דין וחשבון. אל לנו לשכוח את המורשת היהודית העשירה שלנו. נזכור את חשיבות יחסי האנוש, הכבוד ההדדי, האמת והשלום. עם ערכים כאלה ואומץ אישי, נוכל ליצור רושם חיובי על העולם ולשנותו לטובת הכלל. כפי שאריק איינשטיין כתב, אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה, אז יבואו גם כולם. תודה והצלחה לכולם. I would like to introduce Emily Ambuyal and Nathaniel Orbach to present the class gift.
Before we begin, I think it's really important that we thank Stav Bejarano for being an amazing leader on student council and for our grade for the past year. Through the amazing generosity of our parents, the class of 2017 is honored to continue the tradition of the senior class gift. The senior class gift is a philanthropic opportunity for the graduating class to leave a legacy for future students while honoring their past at Gann Academy. It is a chance to say thank you for 4 wonderful years.
The class of 2017 is proud to leave 2 legacies of school spirit and environmental sustainability. First, Gann-branded sideline chairs and storage racks will make a statement on the court and at school events, increasing our school pride and transforming the atmosphere for our athletes, coaches, and fans.
Second, an upgraded water fountain system that includes a reusable bottle filling station will allow future students to continue the effort to make Gann a green school, a cause that our class is passionate about. We hope that these gifts will serve members of our community for years to come and inspire them to make a positive impact on Gann and on the world.
A special thank you goes to the parent co-chairs of this effort, Alana Edry and Deborah Weiss. Your dedication to Gann and to the class of 2017 is remarkable, and we are all deeply appreciative of your efforts. It is our hope that these gifts will be a point of pride for the school and something we will surely appreciate seeing when we return to visit as alumni. Thank you to the class of 2017 parents. Thank you, Gann.
In addition to the senior class gifts, our grade will leave its mark in yet another way. As some of you may know, we have a special tradition here at Gann. Every senior class designs and paints our school mascot, the heifer. This year, our class decided to paint it like a regular cow, but with our own personal touch. As you can see, the heifer is not just black and white, but also green.
We chose to add green specifically because it has been our grade's color for Color War. We have the distinction of being the only class in Gann history to win 4 consecutive Color Wars. But painting the heifer green is not just a way to recognize our unparalleled victories. More important than symbolizing 4 wins, green has come to symbolize the unique passion and unity of our grade. We hope that through our design of the heifer, we will be remembered for our strengths and, of course, for our unmatched parallel Color War victories.
And now, please join us in welcoming Rabbi Baker.
Friends, parents, grandparents, family members, colleagues, esteemed guests, and my dear students, the class of 2017. What a year your senior year has been for our world. What a time to be alive and graduating high school. There are so many things about this moment in history for which we should be grateful. And yet, when you think about the events of this past year, of your past 4 years, even of this past week, it can sometimes feel like the ground underneath us is a little bit shaky. So many wonderful and inspiring things await you as you graduate today. And you will also face big questions, changes, and challenges. So as I look out at the world into which you're heading when you walk out those doors in a few minutes, I keep coming back to a Talmudic story that I want to share with you today. It's one of the sadder rabbinic stories, a tragic tale that highlights the fragility of a learning community, of human relationships, and of our society. Its lessons feel particularly poignant right now. So this is a story about 2 rabbis who lived almost 2,000 years ago, named Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish, otherwise known as Reish Lakish. These 2 were a dynamic duo, teacher and student, as well as friend and chavrutas, study partners. They were also brothers-in-law. Rabbi Yochanan was a renowned rabbi. Reish Lakish started off as the opposite. He was a robber and a gladiator until he changed his ways and became a renowned scholar as well. One day, a group of students in the Beit Midrash asked a question about the impurity of knives, swords, and weapons. Rabbi Yochanan answers their question with his opinion, and then Reish Lakish challenges him with a different point of view. And at this point, the civil discourse goes downhill as their intellectual argument turns personal. Rabbi Yochanan responds to Reish Lakish's challenge with a personal insult. Well, a robber would know his trade. And then they start firing back and forth at one another. Eventually, Reish Lakish gets so distressed by this exchange that he grows faint and ill, and then he dies. Rabbi Yochanan is devastated. His insult killed his best friend. So it seems to me no coincidence that the particular legal matter being discussed in this story, a seemingly irrelevant detail, is about the impurity of weapons. From a narrative perspective, it connects to Reish Lakish's shady past, which opens the door for Rabbi Yochanan's nasty comment. But the metaphor is clear. Words can be daggers. Language is the sacred currency of debate, democracy, and creativity. And yet that very same language can be used to attack, cut down, and destroy. It's not clear why Rabbi Yochanan said what he said. In the heat of the moment, his emotions got the best of him. That could have been any of us. The work of leading and learning, pluralism and democracy, especially in a diverse and interconnected world, is messy. If you're going to get in the game, fight for what's right, engage with differences, and stand up for your convictions, you're going to get dirty. Conflict is necessary and not always comfortable. I hope you've learned here at Gann to embrace this. And one takeaway from this story is that there are not always safe spaces in the Beit Midrash or the real world. If you're going to wrestle with big ideas, voice strong opinions, and act with conviction, as you have here over these past 4 years, you better develop a thick skin. But this story is really about debate gone awry. A good, clean argument about ideas and values and how best to live them out is very different from the rhetoric and ad hominem attacks that are so prevalent in our political culture and our world today. Yeah, it might be easier, and for some people more satisfying, to attack a person himself rather than to engage with his ideas. Yet in our Jewish tradition, machloket l'shem shamayim, principled, respectful disagreement, is a core value, while humiliation, disrespect, and degradation are compared to murder. Rabbi Yochanan learned this the hard way. We live at a time when at the push of a button or the stroke of a key, you can say cruel, vile things about another human being, and publicly. As New York Times columnist Frank Bruni described in a recent op-ed about the college campus, people are hurling labels at one another for the sake of shaming, rather than as strategies for change. Graduates, you don't have to like everyone. You might even hate the things they do or say. I hope you will continue to argue, challenge, stand up, and protest with that holy chutzpah. But you've already proven that you can be passionate and unwavering about your commitments while staying mindful of your speech and being kind. As we heard from Layla Goodman on senior night, kindness is one of the defining characteristics of this class. You know what it means to rally around a classmate who's going through a crisis. You know what it means to welcome a new classmate into this school and this community, someone coming from the outside who never thought she'd be comfortable here. You understand that activism starts with empathy, with kavod, respect and deep care for one another and the world, and you know that this comes with tremendous responsibility for how you carry yourselves and how you use your intellectual confidence and the power of your words. But the story of Rabbi Yochanan didn't stop there. In an effort to comfort him, the other rabbis send him a new chevruta, a new study partner. And this new chevruta finds evidence to support every argument that Rabbi Yochanan makes. This goes on for a little while until he cries out, "Do you think you're anything like Reish Lakish?" When I would state something, he would raise 24 objections. And then I would respond with 24 rebuttals, forming a debate that led us to deeper understanding. But all you keep saying is, there's evidence that supports you. As if I don't know that what I already said was right. Rabbi Yochanan bursts into tears and cries out, "Where is Reish Lakish? Where is Reish Lakish?" He wasn't only grieving the loss of his best friend. What he loved about this chevruta was precisely the vibrancy of their disagreements. Their arguments were uncomfortable, but they expanded their perspectives and deepened their understanding of Torah. Unlike so many of us in our world today, Rabbi Yochanan had no interest in staying in the echo chamber of his own truth claims. No, he passionately longed for the one who saw things differently and wasn't afraid to challenge him. Both our Jewish tradition and our American democracy demand that we engage with the people with whom we least want to engage. It's not easy to stay in this kind of relationship. I think we saw this from Rabbi Yochanan's tragic outburst. To stay in community with people who see things differently than we do, who challenged our preconceived notions about ourselves and our world, forces us to make ourselves vulnerable and to risk the possibility that we might be wrong and might even have to change. It's much easier to stay in the echo chamber. Think of our social media feeds, which play the role of Rabbi Yochanan's second chevruta, reinforcing our biases and preconceptions. We curate the people and viewpoints to which we are exposed. This is not the way you build true community, and it's not the way to truth. Class of 2017, you already understand this well. Think of the big ideas you've explored and the deeply challenging questions with which you've wrestled. Think of Sivan's Ma'avar project, which questioned the very foundations of her own Jewish identity. Or Kobe and Ben, who set out for the South on a mission to meet people whose life experiences and worldviews challenge their own. Think of the people of color panel that we've already heard about today, surely a legacy of your class, during which Sophie, Yair, Adrian, and Chaim had the courage to speak their truths and to challenge all of us to look more carefully at our own. And think of your senior Shabbaton, when we stayed up until 1:30 in the morning, talking about politics and pedagogy, teenage culture, parenting, and high school discipline. You challenged and questioned my decisions and my worldviews, but you also listened openly, willing to question and challenge your own beliefs and assumptions. That was a night I will never forget. Thank you. Graduates, I challenge you today to find your Reish Lakish and to use your intellectual confidence, moral conviction, emotional sensitivity, and your deep sense of self to stick with the Chevruta. Stick with your community, stick with our country, stick with our people, even when you most want to retreat into your echo chamber or flee altogether. The Jewish community, our American society, and our world need you to keep having these conversations, especially about the most difficult issues and with the most difficult people. The question for you graduates is not whether you will care about Israel, your Jewish identities, racial and economic justice, the environment, human rights. I know you will. The question is whether you will seek out and stay in community with others who care less or care differently than you do. Based on the earnest optimism I spoke about last Wednesday, the passion and purpose, courage and kindness that you have shown over these past 4 years, I know you will. Our world is already a better place as a result of you being in it. We love you and we'll miss you. Mazel tov. We will now begin awarding diplomas to the class of 2017, and we are joined by Cindy Jacobs, our Dean of Students, and the Dean of the class of 2017.
We ready? Okay. Emily Gabrielle Amuyal. Grant Jonas Anapol. Hannah Leor Avery Peck. Max Rami Azoff. Stav Bejarano. Abigail Rose Bear. Did I get it right? Yeah. Good. Shachar Hermona Berkowitz Rugeson. Sabrina Jordan Blotner. Benjamin Lev Bogorod. Aaron Kriegel Butler. Jamie Heather Callum. Sorry. Jalen Chait Green. Isabel Bailey Cheney. That's okay. David Clardy. Well done, my friend, well done.
Sophie Ahava Cohen. Gabriel Simon Call. Asher Solomon Dale. Noah Gabriel Diener Agus. Ben Edry. Ross Elon Elovitz. Nadav Lev Elovitz. Beatrice Isabel Fellman. Eitan Meir Galper. Jacob Peretz Geisberg.
You did it, man. Roll wave.
Sydney Ray Geller. Adam Kenneth Jerez. Miriam Khanakayev. Noah Ben Clar. Jessica Kling. Benjamin Mortimer Lefkowitz. Adrian Gal Levy. Rochelle McNeil. Yair Moshe McCoy. Miriam Lehman McNerney. Noah Lehman McNerney. Jacob Samuel Mizell. Izzy Aaron Meckler.
Hold on to that hat.
Thank you.
Shira Eliza Milowich. Rachel Ilona Nadai. Eden Ruth Olsberg.
Thank you.
Nathaniel Zachary Orbach.
Thank you.
Zachary Harris Oceans.
Thank you.
Eve Ovadia. Leo Frederick Passman. Carly Alexandra Patkin. Shayna Jordan Pepe. Alita Beth Scribner Pausner. Sarah Michal Prus.
That's what's up, girl.
Hodiah Hannah Prop.
Oh my God. I mean, that's great.
Jonah Matthew Rosenblatt. Jacob Kobe Manelson Russell. Hanan Micha Salzberg. Sivan Elia Saperstein.
He's gonna walk right by me.
Thank you.
Talia Lillian Schnur. Eve Marguerite Siegel. Anya Sophia Mietze Shire Plum. Olivia Margaret Siegel.
So honored.
Alia Simone. Isabel Leah Sinclair. Jonah Max Skolnick.
Hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Ephraim Danielle Sperber. Benjamin David Sussman. Gabrielle Noah Totfeld. Chelsea Tyler Totfeld. Perry Maxwell Wallach. Ethan Robert Weiss.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Zoe Eden Weiss.
Well done. Thank you.
Vered Wiesel.
Mazel tov.
Chaim Yaakov Zabit Hall.
Yasher koach.
I am pleased to congratulate the class of 2017. Well done, well done. At this time, I'd like to invite Hannah Avery Peck up to deliver the benediction.
Who we are as individuals and as members of the Jewish people was set out some 4,000 years ago when God said to Abraham, Lech lecha me'artzecha u'mimoladcha u'mibeit avicha el ha'aretz asher eka. Go from your country and your kindred and your parents' house to the land that I will show you. This verse teaches us something about who we have become over the past 4 years, and it suggests what our obligations must now be as Jews, as graduates of Gann Academy, and as smart, educated human beings. Lech lecha, go forth. As we leave our wonderful school, let us take with us the incredible education that our extraordinary teachers have given us. Let us never forget our ability to ask tough questions. May we always benefit from the maturity we have gained to face whatever life throws at us. And let us always remember and be able to depend on the friendships we nurtured here, which support us and make it all worthwhile. Mimoadatecha umibeit avicha, from your kindred and your parents' house. Let us never forget the communities from which we came, even as we remember and remain ever thankful for everything that our parents and families have done for us. Their guidance and support through every step of our education and upbringing has shaped us into curious and hardworking students, into caring and supporting friends and classmates, and into adults who can face and work to improve the world that we now begin to inherit. El haaretz asher eka, to the land I will show you. Just as God showed Abraham the way, may we find our paths in life. And like Abraham and Sarah, may we always accept that with new freedoms come new responsibilities. Let us therefore be guided in the right direction so we can make choices that will always make us proud. In doing so, let us do what is right and in keeping with the lessons our parents, our school, and our heritage have taught us. God's speech to Abraham concludes with a promise. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great so that you will be a blessing. Gann Academy's supportive faculty and staff, our heritage, our parents, our families, and our friends have given us the tools we need to become blessings, to do great things, and to be a light unto others. May we always act on the promise our education and our upbringings have instilled in us, that we may be great in accomplishments and a blessing to the world that we will create.
Before I present our graduating class officially, I want us to acknowledge two groups of people without whom you would not be standing here today. You're surrounded on both sides by faculty and staff who have surrounded and supported you for the past 4 years. Let's acknowledge them and all they've done for you along the way. And behind you are your parents, your grandparents, your family members, all of the people who've been behind you for the past 4 years and all the way on your 18-year journey so far. I would add, by the way, to the fathers in the room, my happy Father's Day as well. I'm going to ask all of you to rise, parents and students, and I'm going to invite parents, grandparents, and others in back to open to the last page of your graduation booklet and to recite with me the priestly blessing over our children. Graduates, feel free to turn around. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his face to you and grant you peace. Thank you. You may be seated. A reminder that everyone is invited to join us for a reception following the graduation upstairs in the dining hall. In just a moment, after the singing of Hatikvah, our students will recess down through the hallway, through the main building and up to the dining hall. Our custom here is that our faculty and staff will process first and will line the hallway to congratulate the students. And we just ask that family and friends please remain in the gym until the students have passed through our faculty and staff reception line. We'll all reunite with the graduates at the reception in the dining hall. Hatikvah will be led by singers from Shenanigans and Red Cleffers.
Please rise for Hatikvah, the singing of the national anthem of Israel.
Students, you may move your tassels. I now present the Gann Academy class of 2017. Mazel tov to everyone.
Oh, thank you.
That happens very frequently.
I just want to say you guys you added enormously to this event for me, and I thought was elegant and beautiful. And just wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.